Hello, Princess. I am back at the airport, off on another adventure, which is very sad because I won't be there next weekend, but I will next year, 100%, I promise. I am here in Philadelphia on my way to my flight to Manchester, where I'm going to board a Great Western Railway train down to Southampton, England, where Saturday I am boarding the brand new and I'm sure beautiful Norwegian Encore for a cruise from Southampton, England to, well, New York. I know, everything can't be perfect. Sometimes we have to sacrifice a little bit and deal with real hardships in life. But anyway, I will persevere. We are actually late arriving here in Philadelphia by, I think, an hour and a half or so, but it's fine. I still have, I think, 30 minutes before the flight boards, which is fine. And just gives me a little time to do a couple things and wait. I don't think they have, or actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't even check if they have a flagship lounge here, which I wanted to see, but I don't have time. So I'm just gonna go to the gate, hang around there for a little bit, and board and head off to Manchester. Probably get some sleep. The flight is about 6.5 hours, and then I have, I think it's either 2.5 or 3.5 hour train ride, which is fine. I'm actually looking forward to that. Train rides are very, very relaxing, especially through the English countryside. I've done that before, and it's very enjoyable. So I'm sure one day we'll be doing that all together. So, all right, well, I am getting close to the gate, I think. So I'm going to see you from on board. Well, that answers my question. This will be the home of the future flagship lounge, which means nothing for me tonight. So I am off to the gate, where I'm going to patiently wait to get on the airplane and then rest for 6.5 hours. All right, so why am I in Philadelphia? Why didn't I just fly direct from Miami to the UK, which would be London, really? Why am I going all the way to Manchester? Well, mostly because I was gonna fly today, Wednesday anyway, and one option was Norwegian, which flies from Miami now to Gatwick, which is actually the best airport to fly to if you are going to Southampton. But given the nature of this adventure, I don't want to really risk anything. If something happens to the Norwegian flight tonight, their next flight is in 2 days, and that would be arriving the day of the cruise, and it's too risky. So I decided to stick with American, who has like 100 different ways to get me to England if anything goes wrong with tonight. If not, we'll be fine. But why Philadelphia and Manchester? Well, because this was a discount business class award. So it's half the miles, and it's up front, which is fine. And oddly enough, if I flew from Miami on American, I would fly into Heathrow. And for whatever reason, it's actually not that easy to get from Heathrow to Southampton. You can take the bus, but it's a bus. Or to take a train, you have to go all the way into London, take the tube, and then get another train, which is kind of inconvenient. So I decided to fly to Manchester, where there is a direct train from Manchester Piccadilly, I think, all the way to Southampton. It was easy. It's about an hour and a half extra, but it's easier. So that's what I did. It was less miles and an easier trip. So I figured, why not? All right, I think I'm almost there. So let's go see if the aircraft is there. It should be. It arrived like 3 hours ago. Actually, I kind of forgot about this. Will I finally meet Rory? Here I am back in the terminal. That, I think, was my first visit to the lounge here. I may have been here last year. I don't really remember it. Didn't show you anything because one issue with those Centurion lounges is, while they are very nice, they're always very crowded, which, I don't know, makes me debate whether or not I should keep the card, especially since I don't really travel that much anymore. Anyway, I am off to the gate. I think boarding is in like 5 minutes, so I think just gonna head right to the airplane. I think by the time I get there, they'll be boarding. I'll just walk right on, sit down, and I don't know, take a quick nappy poo before dinner, and then off to England. First, a quick PSA. If you're going to stand on the moving walkway, which is totally fine, please stand all the way to the right. Next, yeah, as weird as this sounds, the men's labs here at Philadelphia Airport, at least the one I used, gets an extra 2 points The sink had great water flow. The faucet was nice and tall. It was at least 6 inches from any surface, which is something you don't find in very many places. I don't know why this is so difficult. So it was a very satisfying hand washing experience. So, well, Philadelphia Airport, if you're listening, good job.
Welcome aboard American Airlines. Please place...
Okay, made it on board, made it to my seat. I have 4J. It's an even, which means it's next to the window, so it's good to remember. This is a 767. It's American, and that's why I have to remember even on the window, on both sides. So the even seats have the windows. Well, this will be my home for the next 6.5 hours, I think, for the flight to Manchester. Despite the weather that delayed us getting into Philadelphia, we look on time, which is why I didn't have time to show you anything in the club or anything like that. And I am going to put you down right now, get settled in. Well, not really get settled in because there's something to settle. And let's have a fun flight. Just checked, very important, my bag is on board. So the door's closed about 10 minutes early. Hopefully that means we'll actually get out of here a little bit early. And hopefully that will translate into an early arrival, which, I don't know, is fine. I have plenty of time between scheduled arrival and when I need to catch my train. So actually a longer flight wouldn't be that bad. In fact, I would kind of prefer that, but either way, that's fine. I still have to make my way to Manchester Central or Piccadilly. I don't know, I need to look at my ticket. But I have plenty of time to do that. In fact, I think I have too much. It's fine. As long as I get there. The point is not to rush. It's finally dinner time on our flight to Manchester, and I decided to start out with a Bailey's Frogs. And for dinner, I chose the bourbon glazed salmon, and it's fig and no. I chose the bourbon glazed salmon, and that brings fig and roasted pepper orzo, sugar snap peas, and cherry tomatoes. Now I'm not sure, that's the orzo there. Oh, this over here is a sun-dried tomato tartare, farro salad, white balsamic vinaigrette, and microgreens. That sounds interesting. And of course a salad and the pretzel roll, of course. Okay, this looks pretty good. So, let's dig in. And dinner was fantastic. Actually, that sun-dried tomato tartare was pretty darn good. I think that was the best item on the tray. You know, the salmon was actually really good for in-flight. Everything else, the salad and everything was pretty much what I expect. And all in all, it was pretty enjoyable. Now, the most important part of the meal, for dessert, it is a caramel corn ice cream with some kind of flute. I don't know, but this looks pretty good. It's different. They used to do like the individual sundaes with the butterscotch and everything, but this looks pretty nice. I think it might be a pleasant and welcome change.
Once again, thank you for choosing American Airlines, and have a wonderful day.
And looks like we have some Macs parked over there. Made it to Manchester, and of course it is fracking freezing here. Oh my god. Yes, I do have a jacket. I do have 2 jackets actually, but they're in the check bag. I just didn't want to load them around on the flight and everything. And off to arrivals now. I think they have a new procedure for Americans, Canadians, and Australians. Something like that. Makes it a little bit easier, kind of like the mobile passport thing. We'll see in a couple minutes. We'll let you know how that works out. No landing cards. First time I think I've arrived without that. That's cool. Alright, I am legally in the UK. The new entry procedure, spectacular. Super easy. You just scan your passport, they take a picture, and that's it. You walk through an automatic gate. No officers or anything. Took about 12 seconds, I would suppose. So yeah, that's awesome. Also, even better, my bag was unloaded from the aircraft at 10:47, and I pulled it off the belt at 10:57. So that's 10 minutes from plane to carousel, and that's with containers. So folks at Miami, yeah, you got a real problem, okay? A real problem to fix. So now I have to find the train station and get to my first stop. I followed a sign, but I'm kind of at a dead end. Okay. All right, if global warming is a real thing, why is every place I go freezing cold? All right, that was super easy getting my ticket to central Manchester. It's one ticket for any station in the central zone. And it was 5:40, I think. And there's a train like every 5 minutes, I think. I have an hour to get there, and I'll probably just take the next one. There's no reason to wait here at the airport. Last time I was here, I remember it was kind of a challenge to buy the ticket I wanted. I don't remember what the issue was, but it took a lot longer than I expected it to. But this was really easy. Just walked up to the machine, chose Central Manchester, and that's it. Got my ticket, and here I am. Okay, so it's cold outside, and I'm going to keep harping on that, but it's cold outside, so I'm going to figure out which train to get next and get on board. The train I'm going to take to Manchester Piccadilly is already here at the platform and waiting for us. I guess they're not going to board for a few minutes. This is the 9:46 to Middlesbrough. Okay, first stop is Manchester, so that's where I'm getting off. We just left Manchester Airport on our way to the first stop, which is Manchester Piccadilly, which is where I'm getting off. Left 1 minute early, according to all the clocks, the phone, the one on the platform, even the one here on the train, which is kind of cool. As it turns out, all the delays, like leaving Miami, leaving Philadelphia, have worked out pretty good. They kind of smoothed out the trip. I haven't really waited anywhere, so looks like it's going to be a pretty uneventful trip. Looking forward to the next train ride. Next one is direct. When I get on in Manchester, it's all the way to Southampton. So here we go. That's where I'm getting off. So I will see you in Manchester. Made it aboard the train, no problems. The first class carriage where I am is pretty empty. I think there's one or two other guests up here, so I might snag one of the side-by-side seats. The most important thing was I wanted a forward-facing seat, but if the cabin isn't booked, probably just move over there for the extra room. The price difference on this was only a few pounds, so it made sense. And just gonna look forward to enjoying. I think it's a 3-hour ride down to Southampton, and sounds like we're getting ready to go. So, all right, plane ride, now a train ride, then a boat ride. Pretty exciting. I asked for a lemonade and got one of these cute little cans. Look at that. Oh boy. You got it yet? Yeah. Finally approaching Southampton Central. Probably maybe a minute away. I'm all packed up, so I just gotta grab the bags and head. Oh, there's the platform right there. So, I guess I'll see you on the 5-minute walk to the hotel. You're right there. Made it off the train, obviously, and found my way out of the station. Another pro tip, you have to tap out of the rail system also. So, yeah, I walked up to the gate and it didn't open and couldn't figure it out. It didn't scan at first, so I thought something might have been wrong, but it just takes it off. Anyway, so I'm tapped out. The hotel is literally right there. I just have to walk around a parking lot or something. And that's where I'll be. So gonna head over there now, drop the bags off, and then I don't know, got a few things to catch up on today. So yeah, it's not we're not off yet. Let's at least get there. I'm sure I look terrible, but I finally made it to the Ibis Southampton Centre Hotel, and it pretty much is what the review said. It's a place to stay before your cruise. It's one of the closest hotels to the port, And the reviews were, yeah, you know what, if you're coming for a cruise, you just crash here and then go to the ship. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So this is where I'll be for 2 nights, because tomorrow I am going to Paulton's Park. Weather is, hopefully it's still overcast like this and not raining. And then Saturday we board the ship. Anyway, I've never really done a room tour before, so let's see. Well, I don't really have the widest angle, but yeah, the room is pretty small. Just the one bed, which is fine. Screen. There's really no place to put any luggage, and I do have the big bag with me, so that might be... Oh, well, there you go. There's a place to put the big bag. Okay, very perfect. Let's see. Oh, there is no power outlets by the bed, so we'll have to come up with something there, although there is one over there by the phone. And, ooh, love the, what is that, turquoise walls? All right, let's go and see what we have over here. And very basic, oh, bathroom, okay. Well, there's the sink, and actually, that's not too bad. There's a fair amount of counter space, a lot more than I've had in some places. And then, well, there you go. And a little teeny tub, which, I don't know, I guess it's for kids. It's really small, but it's very deep, which, I don't know, I've never really seen before. And what is this? Bubbles? Oh, bubble bath? Okay, that's interesting. Well, all right, well, there we are. Hi. Okay, not so bad. I don't know, gotta break out the computers and catch up on some things, so let me do that right now. And then, I don't know, maybe later this afternoon, I will go to the IKEA, which is literally right next door. So, well, that's my basic room, and I will see you, well, right now, doing something else, I hope. After getting a few things done, I finally got hungry. It's about, I think, it's about 6 o'clock now here, which means it's still like 2 o'clock in the afternoon back on the East Coast. So I decided to come out and get some really authentic grub at IKEA. Yeah, like I mentioned in another video, I'm not really into the whole cultural immersion thing anymore. So the IKEA is literally right across the street from the hotel, and since it's good stuff, I decided to just come over here and get some early dinner before Betty bye. Yeah, after this, I am still tired. I managed to nod off on the train a little bit. I slept maybe an hour on the airplane, and I'd like to get acclimated to the time as quickly as possible. I want to be up not too early tomorrow, but try to get to the park at opening, maybe do the whole rope drop thing. That's at 10 o'clock, so time to dig into some Swedish meatballs. So I still haven't actually decided what time I'm going to get to the pier on Saturday. Probably 9 o'clock, because I do want to get a good boarding number, because I want to try for Revive. I had such a great experience last time, and this is a brand new ship, so I figure why not? It's a new configuration, I think, from the diagrams I've seen, so it will be worth checking out. Probably can go look at it on the first day, but we'll see. Anyway, that shouldn't be a problem getting up early. The park tomorrow closes, I think, at 7, so I'll be back at the hotel 8 o'clock anyway and in bed. And up bright and early for a super fun adventure. Wow, that was a really great dinner at IKEA. I'm so glad I went. It's right across the street. Well, actually, it's right across the parking lot from the hotel. It's a weird layout, though, but it was huge. Oh my God. You could practically run a marathon in there. I think it's even larger than the one out in Doral. Anyway, well, I'm getting ready for bed. Have not really an early day tomorrow, but I do want to get to the park not too late, and then get back, get rested up, and get ready for our cruise across the Atlantic. So, with that, I'm going to say goodbye for our Miami to Southampton adventure, and we'll see you tomorrow at the park with Peppa Pig, who I almost knew who it was, but now I will.